Hey, if you have watched the earlier two video, Mastering Male Energy, episode one, where we go in depth about rebuilding from lust, getting the awareness, and episode two, how to lead this desire into purposeful creation. And today we will be going in depth about this building up of sexual energy and how we can use it for purposeful creation. And as we all talk about the most powerful creation, wealth creation, this same energy that drives lust, it is the same energy that builds wealth. Believe it or not. And most men do not lack the opportunity here because we all have this same able body, eat the same food probably, and bringing up in the same environment. But somehow some men got it, some men just don't. It's not because there's a lack of opportunity. It is the lack of energy redirection. And the question today we want to go in depth would be, are you using your energy wisely or are you leaking it? The same sexual energy, the life force that's being built up in our able body, this drive, this hunger can be a source of ambition, can be a strong energy of pursuit to want to get things done, to accomplish, to achieve. And it also could be for those who are artists, producers, to create new projects, ideas, vision, not only for themselves, but for their community and people. It is not just a physical energy that I have strength when this energy rises. It is also about creativity, getting things done, thinking out the box, redefining the box. So we will go in depth here how you today can use all this creative energy into purposeful creation and most important, wealth creation. And for those who are working, employed, of course, you can use this energy to channel it into productivity, not only in the work that you do, but also to have this powerful, attractive energy together with your workers and peers and clients. And if this energy, just imagine, not purposefully channeled, what would happen is they will leak. Leak out where? Leak into just, I can't hold this, I need to release it. And it becomes like a distraction whenever there are important tasks at work and there's this urge and force that's driving too strong. It becomes very distracting because there's no capacity to hold it. And like many men out there, truth be told, they would rather end their work and go and be private so that they can just hide away and disconnect from the world to go use this energy into their fantasy, their fantasy, their escape. And some even more challenging would end up using this energy to chase stimulation. What kind of stimulation? An illusion of feel good, which means artificial relationship, or possibly even just release and relieve and just sit on this pleasure, letting the body feel that it has accomplished something productive, but in fact it is not. So the result of this would be a distraction, which means pull away from the primary focus. The drive in the day, usually, I mean, we work in the day, would be there will be less drive because the dopamine to escape, to release is higher on the other side rather than at productivity work. And over time, there would be a 180 degrees inconsistent action how the man shows up, whether at work with community versus in his private release or relief time. And there will be a huge inconsistent action and energy that's being showed up. So today, let's balance this out for those who are struggling, but more of practicing the powers of alignment. How we can find this alignment here. Number one, to hold this energy as much as possible progressively while holding this energy, not just counting down with a clock, but let this energy be directed into your productive work. It could also be into your productive business. And let this opportunity also to strengthen and flourish the important relationship or relationships that you have in your life. And this, as a result, being able to channel it into, let's say, the work, the productivity, the focus becomes clearer. The execution, there is strength and energy in the execution rather than the urgency to finish it and to hide in fantasy world and release. No, because when we are rushing a work rather than putting the energy into work, the the attention and the quality of it is very different. And over time, these momentums build. You can feel yourself having this energy rises and being able to channel it into proper work and even into relationship that is important to you. And this is where most men miss this pattern when it comes to wealth creation. The energy that is used to build wealth, it can be creative, it can be manual, but whenever this energy rises, instead of building it, they long to just finish the work and just go into their fantasy release. However, this over time, one time, two times, couple of times over a season, the clarity in the actual work is lost. There is no intensity in the work that we do, and the man starts to lose his edge, having a huge difference. And as a result, when they're at work, they ask themselves, how can I find motivation? Where is my motivation? I need to be motivated. But what is motivation? The relationship the man has with motivation is already skewed towards the relief and release rather than having the energy that is over time habitually channeled on creation in their work and purpose. So this cycle, as we learn how to break the tension, release, restart, always going back to zero because there's still no quality work done here. We talk about highly aligned men. Okay, we are not talking about those kind of alpha, highly driven men, but depends on how aligned they are with themselves. If these men are constantly on a high, but they also have a high that they need to manage on the other side of their life, and this will eventually lead to burnout, which is not sustainable. So when we talk about the powers of alignment, those men, we have this urge as well. However, we learn how to have discipline over time. We cultivate the habits over time, and we have this strong consistency in what we do. So do not be mistaken that these high performing men who have also this need to finish their work. Well, I finished my work, I've done my work, so I deserve to release myself or relieve myself in private in fantasy. But when this is happening, there's a split chaos inside between both that they need to manage on a high. And because this is not channeling energy, this is stretching yourself over too much. Because the same amount of energy, how can both have the same amount of energy, whereas the man himself need to fuel himself more with external substances, or could be by people, by stimulant, and or by strongly sure willpower? Is not sustainable because the man does not have the alignment to learn how to channel his energy. And as a result, in their private life are usually very reactive. It's like, no, do not interfere my private life. This is my entitlement. And when they come to work, they are highly disciplined because they just want to finish what they need to finish. Nothing can be out of the box for them because this is what they plan for themselves to manage this dual life. So let's go into the POA, powers of alignment, the consistent and sustainable transmutation. We talk about in episode 1, episode 2, whenever the urge and the desire comes, we don't push it aside, like some men out there, they push it aside for later, but we let it rise. We don't indulge it. We allow it to convert into action, a small action at a time. For those in your work, it could be that email you have not been waiting to send. Sit on it, send it. It also could be that client call that you have been waiting to call for the longest time. Send it out, text it, let this energy go out. Or for those you want to get this energy moving fast, you could just move your body, do push up, hit yourself to the gym. And for those who are more in the creative side, you can start to come out, draft ideas how you can, without restriction, without judgment. Hey, and anything is possible. Let's have this idea. Let's jot down these ideas. Let it flow. So let the energy flow into creativity and creation. Because now that we are training this urge to build, rather than allowing the urge to fall back. And when this urge happens, the longer we can hold, but not hold it, just hold it for the sake of holding, to redirect it one task at a time, one movement at a time. And eventually, there is a structured habit for us to channel this energy towards. Over time, it will become true productivity. And because it takes discipline, definitely, in order to do that. But discipline here is not restricting you what you should or should not do. It is a matter of you seeing the purpose in why you're doing what you're doing, the purpose why this discipline is helping you, not just to, oh, my boss tell me to, I do. And there's no ownership because in episode 1, we talk about ownership of your own energy. We ourselves taking ownership, having our own discipline to reallocate this energy purposefully. And that is where the average man seek release. And we talk about the high performing man. They control both sides. And as a POA man, we channel our energy into sustainable creation. And this is where the secret of wealth creation requires consistency. It requires focus and long-term sustainable energy. And if the leakage here destroys the creative energy, destroys focus to have clear decision making, and there would be a lack of resilience over time, and that is where the average man usually fails and choose a life of mediocrity. I mean, it doesn't matter what job you do, but the alignment here will always bring the man to his fullest when we have this direction to channel it. Because in our daily chores, we don't need motivation. We just allow our energy to have less leakage because energy management itself, it is the true self-motivation. As we all learn today from this series, let us remind ourselves, I learn to channel my energy into productivity and creation. And I wish you a successful life of positive and abundant creation as we embark on this journey together to continuously channel our energy.